What is the meaning behind the hit song Too Sweet by Hozier? Hi, I'm Noons. I'm a singer-songwriter from Melbourne, Australia, and I like to break down hit songs, why they're successful, and what their lyrics mean. I do this in hopes of being able to write my own hit song one day, so follow along for that. So I believe that this is a song about rejection, which seems weird given that Hozier is known for writing some of the most gut-wrenching lines about devotion and love. Lines like, "The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you." In the first verse, he kind of paints this picture of him and this girl that he's seeing, and how they have different personalities, particularly when it comes to things like sleep schedules and their general outlook on life. He paints himself as sort of a night owl, saying, "It can't be said that I'm an early bird, it's 10 o'clock before I say a word." And he paints her as sort of a rise and grind, early bird gets the word kind of person, when he says things like, "You keep telling me to live right, to go to bed before the daylight." The song seems to be about the tension between these opposing lifestyle choices. It seems like Hozier aims to call her bluff, as if he can't believe that people truly want to live this way. I think this is evident in the pre-chorus when he says, "Don't you just want to wake up, dark as a lake, smelling like a bonfire, lost in a haze? If you're drunk on life, babe, that's great, but in this world." And then moves into the hooky chorus that everyone knows now, and I'm sure everyone has an interpretation of already. He prefers neat whiskey, black coffee, and bedtime at 3 a.m. in contrast to her lifestyle, which ultimately means they potentially might not work in the long term. In the second verse, I think, is where things get interesting. He's almost trying to defend his position or his particular lifestyle in comparison to hers, stating that he is just as productive, or even more so in the late hours of the night, saying that he works late, free from his phone, and that her life is a little bit too worrisome for him. He knows that his lifestyle isn't necessarily sustainable or necessarily good for him, but he says, "Who wants to live forever, babe? You treat your mouth as if it's heaven's gate, the rest of you like the TSA." The TSA standing for the Transport Security Administration, basically aligning her lifestyle to a border security model. I think he's basically implying that she could afford to let go a little bit more. In the final pre-chorus though, he does praise her for living like this, saying that she's as bright as the morning, soft as the rain, pretty as a vine, as sweet as a grape. I think the best line in the song is the next one where he says, "If you could sit in a barrel, maybe I'd wait." He alludes to her being as sweet as a grape, which are used to make wine. He needs her to sit in a barrel and age a little bit. It's a line that maybe points to a literal age difference. Potentially him and this person are at two different points in their life. Or maybe it's just meant to highlight how he believes that her mindset is a little bit naive. And although he admires her early bird lifestyle, he thinks that life is there to be enjoyed at all times of the day, and there is no right way to do it. He's saying in the song that he wishes he could go along and continue the relationship, but the difference in their lifestyle is just too vast and causes too large of a rift. You're too sweet for me.